Hello beautiful people, I hope everybody is doing good today. In this video I just wanted to go over some things when it comes to writing letters to your friend, boyfriend, fiance, a husband, you know, whoever in basic training. I made a list of 5 things that you should and shouldn't do when it comes to sending letters to recruits in basic training, and I think this can apply across branch. It's really pretty general. Yeah, so we're gonna start with the don't list. So the first don't that I have on my list is don't decorate the outside of the envelope. So this includes putting stickers on the outside, writing in like fancy markers, drawing little hearts on it. Don't do that. You shouldn't decorate the outside of the envelope. Honestly, I would just go standard, plain white envelope, stamp, write the basic information on there. The last thing you want to do is bring unwanted attention to your recruit. I promise the DS is not going to let it go unnoticed if you send him a letter like doused in glitter. I've also been seeing things about people spraying the letters with perfume. Also, don't do that. Just don't. I mean, any little thing like that can cause your recruit to get smoked or embarrassed in front of, you know, his whole platoon, whole company. Like, just refrain from doing it. Number 2, do not send inappropriate pictures. So if you're gonna send pictures, make sure that, you know, you're not nude. And say, for example, your photo does make it to your recruit, I promise he's not the only person that's gonna see it. And I just personally wouldn't want to run the risk of everybody that he's staying with, his battle buddies, you know, possibly his DS, seeing you naked, half naked. Just keep it PG. Sending packages with food. So that's my third don't. I would advise against really sending any packages unless you talk to your recruit first about, you know, what they need or what they may want, maybe like moleskins, or they want you to send them more envelopes, something like that. But, you know, don't put any food in any care packages. I promise, like, once they leave basic training, that's the time to make all those cutesy little like care packages you see on Pinterest, but it's boot camp, don't do it. And if you do send food, this drill sergeant is probably 1, gonna eat it, or 2, make them eat it in front of everyone else. And that's just, again, the whole unwanted attention thing. You don't want to make your recruit a target, basically. So the 4th point on my don't list is about sending bad news. So just don't send anything, like if something bad happens, or, you know, I wouldn't advise sending it to them in a letter. It could really dampen the mood. And not only that, if it's like an emergency, like a death in the family, or someone is super sick, they're the proper channels that you can reach out to in order to get them like alerted by it. So I know that you can get in touch with the Red Cross, and then they'll go through like telling your recruit like what happened, and everything like that. And my last don't is basically going back to like putting things outside of the letter. So don't write anything on the outside of the letter that's unnecessary. So pet names, just refrain from writing pet names, or, you know, keep it strictly uniform, basic. Just write their name, address, your name, address. Keep it as bland as possible. So now moving on to the do list. The first one on my do list is to write often. So I have heard of people writing every single day, and I would just say you don't have to write every single day, but, you know, try to write as often as you can. And, you know, it doesn't have to be too much, but your recruit will really, well, not even just your recruit, but everybody really looks forward to mail call. And it's a really exciting feeling when they get a letter and they get to read that. So just write as often as you can. My second do is to send pictures. So pictures of you, family members, pets, like send pictures. Just keep a cap on how many pictures you are sending, just because it's basic training. It's not like they can, you know, put them above their beds. So don't send too many. Just send, I would say, like enough to keep them like in the loop, something that they can have, you know, as a visual reminder of maybe like why they're doing this or who's supporting them. It's really nice when they get to have photos. So I would send photos. Don't send too many. So the third do is to send a plain envelope. So I know I kind of touched on this when I said don't decorate the outside of it. So just send a plain white envelope. You can personalize the inside of it. I know that me personally, I get this really fun like stationery paper, and it's got lines on it front and back. I got some really cute stickers. I also got these little motivational quotes from Barnes & Noble, and I just write with a standard black pen, but I have this fun like patriotic tape that I kind of put on the inside, so you can really jazz the inside up. And you can put your own spin on it, just make the outside look like any other letter that would come through the base on any given day. So number 4 on my do list is to tell them how proud you are of them. So there are going to be times that are super tough for your recruit, so I think it's important to motivate them, let them know how proud of them you are, let them know how excited you're going to be when they graduate. It's just uplifting things. My 5th and last do that I recommend when writing letters is to tell them about your day and basically what's going on in your life. So I know that especially if you're writing every day, it can feel like you're running out of things to say, but them knowing what you're doing in your day-to-day life kind of makes it feel like they're not missing out when they get to see like the walk that you went on, the birthday party that you went to, the book you read. I promise those things may seem trivial at the time when you are writing them, but it means a lot to them because I mean they're not there to, you know, witness it themselves, so it's like they're kind of living vicariously through you. So that's all for the do's and don'ts. I do have a few honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is to be patient. So be patient when receiving letters, be patient when waiting for your letter to be received. Mail takes a long time, and when you're sending mail, it's going to take longer than receiving mail, just for the simple fact that there are thousands of letters coming in, and there are people that have to sort through that, so it may take a minute. You might be, you know, a little irritated. Just be patient. Another one I would say is to number and date your letters, because if your recruit does get your letters out of order, it kind of makes it easier for them whenever they do get it if you like number them. Another one is that you don't have to write too much. I feel like for me especially, there was just this sense of, oh, what if I don't have anything to say? What if I don't have enough to say? And it doesn't matter how much or how little you write, it's quality over quantity. And if you write half a page and that's all that you want to write that day, or that's all you feel like you have on your heart to say, send it anyway. Another one is to ask your recruit questions, like maybe what's their favorite meal, what's their least favorite MRE, you know, did they make any friends, a group of battle buddies that they kind of gravitate toward. Yeah, just things like that. I think that really keeps it interesting when you're writing back and forth. My last honorable mention is Sandbox letters. So I personally haven't sent a letter through Sandbox, but I heard that it's a really good app. It's basically digital on your end, and then when you send it to them, it gets like printed like a physical letter, and it comes with like a return envelope and everything. Really neat. But yeah, so that's all I have for today's video. I hope that you guys got some information out of it. Hope you feel a little more informed when it comes to letters. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Drop a comment below if you have any other suggestions, or some things that worked for you, some things that didn't work for you. Be sure to like. I'll respond to your comment if you do comment. I hope that everyone enjoys the rest of their day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.